All right, what's up, folks? Your holler guys are back.
Holla.
Folks, I promise you we're going to get this shit down.
Nah, we ain't got to be simultaneously. We ain't no pooch dogs. We ain't no farm animals. We doing our thing. We both picked the hoodies today. We both rocking the hoodie today. So, you know.
Yeah, because it's freezing in Orlando. I don't know what's going on in Orlando today. We got our Tupac juice look on.
I've been enjoying using my fire pit this little season. Hopefully, maybe it lasts for another week.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's nice. We try to do at least one flashback per month, and we got a great one for you this time. I heard the song go, "A heart is a house
for
love.
And I learned. Choir boy.
5 heartbeats. We are breaking down 5 heartbeats for you for our flashback film of the month. And yeah, we're gonna break it down. We're gonna talk about the acting. We're gonna talk about the writing. Yes, it deserves an applause. We're gonna talk about the acting, the writing, the directing, and the production design. Guess who did the production design in this?
Not our boy Wynn.
Our boy Wynnthomas.
Who, by the way, got an honorary Oscar a few months ago. Y'all remember that?
He got an honorary Oscar. If you missed that interview with Wynnthomas, that was one of our probably our very first interview. Go back and check that one out because we talked to Wynnthomas about Mo Better Blues. He was the production designer for Mo Better Blues too. So shout out to Wynnthomas.
Yeah, we'll post the link in our description. We'll have Zio post the link in our description. Go back and watch that. That was a great conversation.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. All right, so let's start how we always do. Ethics. What you think about the act?
Bruh, listen, so many iconic performances, man. So many iconic performances. Starting, of course, one of our personal favorites, Robert Townsend, who wrote and directed the film. But I think this was a breakout performance for Hawthorne, who played Big Red. I think he's going to be Big Red forever.
He is, man. I think he's typecast. I really do think he got typecast after this.
Michael Wright is one of the most underrated and underappreciated actors of our era. He is so good. Michael Wright played Eddie Kane Jr. He was in Sugar Hill. So many iconic performances that this man has had, and he kills it as Eddie Kane. I don't know how many gifts or just whatever, however you pronounce it, memes that this man has made off of can't nobody say like Eddie Kane Jr. And
I don't know what it is about this brother, but he just looked like he walk around with a bag of coke wherever he goes.
Maybe that's the problem. He never broke out of playing junkies and coke dealers and shit like that. he do look like he either look like that or he look like one of them uncles. Let me hold something, nephew. He always
yes. Let me hold something. But a fantastic actor, but that's just how I see him, man. Like, damn, I don't want to see him like that.
Nah, man. And then Leon, JT Smooth, Mr. Pretty Boy, he fit right in with his role. One of my personal favorites, as a character actor, somebody that I look to as an inspiration as well. Harry Lennox starred as Dresser. You know what I'm saying? He is a consummate pro to me.
He blew up. He blew up.
I mean, he's supposed to. Well, you know what? Because that was Zack Snyder's thing. He was going to be Martian Manhunter, if y'all recall. He was his character was supposed to become Martian Manhunter when it was the Zack Snyder's thing. So that whole time when he was the military guy, he was also really Martian Manhunter. So I hope that they still use him now that James Gunn is in control. But huge. Yeah. I mean, Harry Lennox, man, like we could spend a lot of time talking about his roles. But nonetheless, the acting, bro, period piece taking place in the 1950s about a musical group. So, they had so many things they had to do as actors that we don't really appreciate. It's not just being in their character. They had to learn all these dance steps. They had to learn lip sync. They had to, walk the walk, talk the talk. And like I said, this is one of them highly quotable films in Black culture that so many people just stand out. I ain't even get the Choir Boy and Diane Carroll and all that, but Robert Townsend did an amazing job putting this cast together. And like I said, you can, whether you're a film connoisseur, a movie buff like we are, or just somebody that just enjoy films, you can name these quotes, you can name the characters, you can see it, it takes you back to that moment in time, and that's the mark of a great performance and a great actor. So yeah, man, this was a lot of good people doing their thing in this one.
And what you always talk about is rewatchable. You can watch 5 Heartbeats over and over again, and it just doesn't get old. I didn't realize that the choreographer was one of the famous Nicholas brothers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that did the tap dancing back in like the 30s and 40s. Did not realize that was one of the Nicholas brothers.
Was his character, and I don't know, because I know Oba. No, it wasn't Oba. Oba was he was the manager, right?
Oh,
no, okay, so the guy that did SAR. Yeah. So was that character based off of him?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. And then going back to Harry Lennox, I just started binging The Blacklist, and he's got a main role in it. I was like, man, this dude he really came up, because I couldn't watch him in 12 Years a Slave. Like, something just clicked within my soul and said, you should probably not watch this movie.
He was in 12 Years a Slave, Harry Lennox?
He wasn't the lead person in 12 Years a Slave?
No, man, that's Chiwetel. That's Chiwetel Ejiofor. You're going to have to edit this shit out. No, leave it in there. Leave it in there. you know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up. Now, Chiwetel's a great actor too, but yeah.
You're right.
When I see Chiwetel, I always think of that. Remember Robert Townsend had the Partners in Crime shows on HBO? And remember he did, this might have been, Hollywood Shuffle. Remember he did Hollywood Shuffle, and there's a part in the movie where they're talking about playing slaves, and then they go behind the scenes, and it's a British actor. You remember that from Hollywood Shuffle? Every time I see Chiwetel, that's what I think about.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you got me.
I studied at Cambridge.
So yeah, I think 5 Heartbeats is based in 1965. And you know what's great about this is that, dude, it should have been a musical. Like, we should have a 5 Heartbeats musical out by now. And I think they were talking about trying to do it back in 2018, but it never happened, because this is a musical drama.
They did they could do this on the road like they did New Jack City. They made a play out of New Jack City and took it on the road. They could do the same thing with this, and like you say, make it a musical, a la like Wicked, or or what they did with Color Purple. They turned Color Purple into more of a musical. They could do something like that with this. Easy.
Yeah, it is. But let's tell our folks what 5 Heartbeats is about. If you have
you forgot to give a log line.
Yeah, if you have never seen 5 Heartbeats, in the early 1960s, a quintet of hopeful young African-American men from an amateur vocal group called the 5 Heartbeats. After an initially rocky start, the group improves, turns pro, and rises to become a top-flight music sensation. And like Essex said, it stars some of the biggest names during that time: Robert Townsend, Leon, Michael Wright, Harry Lennox, Tico Williams, Big Red, Hawthorne James, so many. Diane Carroll. I mean, it's just so many.
Yeah. Luminaries, man. Luminaries.
Yeah. And it was one of the first times I saw Teresa Randall.
Oh, yeah. She was JT's girl, right?
Yes. Yeah, she was JT's girl. Yeah. And then JT started messing around. Yeah, right. And JT started messing around with Duck's girl. I was like, what?
Man, JT was a whole out here, man. JT.
Yes, he was. And you know what's crazy? Like, so I'm gonna ask you this question: Leon in 5 Heartbeats or Leon in The Temptations?
Oh shit. No question. I think in Temptations, because he took that character and like reintroduced it to a whole new generation. And he created one of the most iconic phrases. This was improv, by the way. Talking about ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. That wasn't in the script. And now people use that in our lexicon all the time when, you know, somebody's britches is getting a little too big, they got a little too much dip on their chip. It's like, ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got it like that. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. So his role in the Temptations, I think, kind of showed him on a different level. He was more supporting in this one. He was, to me, he was a little more the lead in that. But yeah, I would say his role in as David Ruffin was a little more iconic than this one, but this is more of an ensemble in the Five Heartbeats. So yeah, I got to give it to the Temptations.
Yeah, and I wonder if he like really looked to the way Michael Wright played Eddie in the Five Heartbeats to create, you know, that character and the Temptations.
Yeah. I mean, so many of them guys was either coked up or heroined up. They was on something, or alcoholic. The other guy in the Temptations was an alcoholic. So unfortunately, that was pretty common. Still is. Shit.
It was. It was. They were all on something. I mean, you know, in this film, you know, Eddie was addicted to coke, and you know, and I think all of them were addicted to fame, you know, and I think that's the theme of the entire movie. Like, what are you willing to sacrifice for fame?
Even Choir Boy started to get in on it. I mean, they didn't show up doing the drugs, but he started getting with them women, man. He was all prim and proper and little. Like, of course, they called him Choir Boy. You know, he was the church guy, and even he fell victim to them temptations on the road. Man, it's hard to turn that stuff down.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got a couple buddies that were in some bands, and I heard some stories, and I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna stay at the house."
A lot of
anything like that. I stay at the house. Yeah,
a lot of sons and daughters out there waiting for their daddy to come home. He ain't never coming off the road.
Right, exactly. And we saw John Witherspoon.
Oh, bro, like I'm saying, yes, like even the smaller supporting roles, or even a lot of smaller supporting roles was played by people that you know and see. You might not instantly recall their name, but you done seen them throughout, you know, the last 30, 40 years that done a lot of work in this business. So yeah, I forgot he was in there. Yeah, he was a DJ.
You know, and this came out in 1991. And I wonder if you can take this template and apply it to 2026. What you think so? With R&B and hip hop and stuff like that?
There's no groups anymore, dog. Like, you notice that?
That is true.
There's no groups. Like, R&B is really kind of on its last legs. It's been kind of cannibalized by hip hop. But remember,
yes, it has. Yeah.
Especially at that time, like, okay, not just 1965, but 1991. Think of all the groups that we had at that time. You had Boys to Men,
Jodeci, Boys to Men,
Shy, New Edition was still rocking. Intro, H-Town, Color Me Bad. Like, you could go on. We still had groups. People still wanted to sing and harmonize, and it's dead now. Like, the 90s to us now is what the fucking 50s was to our parents. I never thought you know, like, R&B is dead. It's locked up in prison. It's locked up in prison, or it's a rapper charging $1,000 for some pictures.
Yeah, man. I did not even think you are right. I can't think of one R&B group right now.
You can only name solos right now. There are no groups anymore.
Wow.
The old school people that's still touring, but they're not making records anymore. Like, yeah, you can still see the Ozzy Brothers. Before Frankie Beverly died, you still can see Frankie Beverly in them. You know, a lot of groups are still kind of touring here and there. They're doing the festivals. You know, Jodeci, I know, still takes tours and stuff like that. But as far as new music, it's gone, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
so it wouldn't apply.
This movie is really, it's almost like a documentary. It's like a fictional documentary of what was going on in the times. And, you know, we had that era, you know, the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s groups, music, R&B, people still playing instruments. It's gone now.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And I mean, even in the early 2000s.
We still had a handful.
Man.
Boys and Men still touring.
And look, if you a singer, get your ass 4 other people and get out there and form a group.
I think right now, if you were to try to do it, it'd be something TikTok based, like, you know, like that's the only way that you can. But again, when you know, and I think a lot of people will agree with this. Remember when they took music out of schools? Remember, you music was a class you would go to. They at least would teach your ass how to play a xylophone or something.
Yeah,
or
they would take all the arts out of school.
They would at least put something in your hand that was musical, and you learned a little something. Ever since they took that away, bro, it's like everything has been dumbed down. We talk about mumble rap. That shit is trash. And like I say, the way of the groups, people harmonizing. What you think you see a group of kids, unless they in a church or something, a group of kids sit there and start harmonizing.
Yeah,
go out on the street corner
back in the day.
Yeah, go out on the street corner or something and just harmonize. Put a little plate on the ground for some tips. You ain't gonna see that no more.
Nah. Damn, you right, bro. You right.
Yeah,
man. You have placed me right back in 2026.
It is trash, dude. It's trash. I know.
I was in 1991.
Let's go back to 1991, bro, because this is not looking good. It's not looking good.
It felt good. I still had hair. I had silky waves.
Good hair.
I had
the hair. 1991.
I had the hair like Flash. I had them little big waves up on the top.
Hey, talk about quotables, man. You talk about John Witherspoon. Fried, dyed, laid to the side.
Laid to the side.
But yeah,
apologize. I know my sister made y'all sick last week. She said, "Come on back." The restaurant, for those who have not seen the movie. So yeah, I mean, we could talk all day about how great 5 Heartbeats is, man. What are some of your hollers?
Oh man, I think my first holler was when they was trying to sabotage the group. Right, they had made the band start playing the music all slow and off key. And then Doug went and knocked his ass out.
Oh, yeah.
And he took the mic. He said, "Ah!" And then the girl in the front row, she stole it. She started squirming and getting all in her feelings.
Yeah, she was that twisting and everything.
Yeah. And then they went down there and did the thing a cappella and rocked the house. I thought that was one of the best scenes ever written.
Yes, it was.
And then another one, when Big Red on the upside down.
That's what Suge Knight got the idea from. That's
Suge Knight
got the idea.
He was the original Suge Knight. And then he brought him back into the office. He was like, "My office hours?
I was on
9 to 5." And he pumped his man out like that. That was hilarious. Again, sticking with Big Red. He tried to mack down old boy lady at his funeral.
At the funeral.
Talk about audacity. Just the sheer audacity of it.
I could not believe that. I was like, not only are you responsible for killing him, you're going to try and mack down his wife at the in front of the group. Body's still laying over there.
Yeah, and I will say this was not exactly a holler, but I think it's one of the best moments in the film.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Probably know where I'm going, right? Because if you recall watching it the first time, I never thought in a million years that was gonna be Eddie up there in the crowd singing, and I love the way they shot it because Duck, who was Robert Townsend's character, had went to see Quibor had invited him. And he was just kind of, just waiting the thing to pass along. And then he hears that undeniable voice and he picks his head up and it shows his hand and it goes up and it's power, redemption. And it's like, I feel like go. And it just hits you. It just hits you,
That was such a great moment for him. It clicks within your spirit, Yeah. That was just such a great moment. Like you said, redemption moment for Eddie. And almost like a great conclusion towards the end. It was just That character needed that. I was so happy that Robert Townsend did that. He's actually got a documentary out about the making of the Five Heartbeats. I have not seen it yet.
Where?
Yeah. It's I think it's on Amazon. I think you can find it on Amazon.
I'm gonna watch that.
And I have not seen it yet. But I had met Robert Townsend years ago when I used to work with the Tom Joyner Family Reunion, and he told me that he was working on that documentary, and I have yet to see it.
I'm gonna look this up right now. Oh, okay, yeah. You can rent it on YouTube, Amazon. Of course, he ain't make that shit free.
Yeah, right. That's what I was looking for. Right.
Hey, listen. That's
all
another
these
thing.
damn streaming platforms I got.
Hey, he's not on right. He is. You're not gonna find him on Tubi. You're not gonna find him on, and sometimes they rotate him on like maybe a HBO or Showtime or Stars Black or something like that. But as far as you ain't bootlegging Robert Townsend. Him and Spike Lee like that too. Like Spike Lee, if it ain't on no major network, you probably not gonna find it for free nowhere unless somebody done bootlegged it or something.
I don't know. Spike might need to put them what was the highest to lowest out there for
That's straight to Tubi. Put that shit on Tubi.
Now on Tubi, highest to lowest.
What's your hollers, man? You ain't giving your hollers.
One of my hollers, you got a lot of them here. One of my hollers is when they were going to get the record deal from the white record producer, and he said, I like your sound, but I think it's better for this group over here. And five white dudes came out called the Five Horsemen. I said, oh my God.
Ain't got no money.
Oh my God. And that's the group. That's the group. What's his name? Flash. That's the group Flash went to. Because remember,
yes. Flash when it took over the shit. Yeah. And one of those white guys was one of those guys that he had worked with all the time that played like those white foil characters in some of Robert's other stuff. And we always talk about that, man. You get your crew of people and you just grow together, and you love to see that. So yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah, that's another one.
And the great thing about this film also was that Keenan Ivory Wayans helped write the script.
That's right. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, yep. Yeah. So that was great. Another one, we already said it. Fried, died, and laid to the side. Sorry, y'all got sick last week. And then one moment that really hit me, man, I was like, damn, I had completely forgotten about this. It was when they got stopped by the cops. Then the cops were like, you know how they did black people back in the 60s. Yeah. And then the cops were like, y'all don't look like a singing group. So then they had to sit there and sing to prove that they were a singing group. Yeah. And then it was quiet when they got back in the car. And then Robert Townsend's character Duck just started singing America, America. I was like, damn. I was like, the more things change, the more things stay the same.
Oh yeah, or get worse.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, yeah. And then when their first album came out, they had white folks on the album. Like, yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. Dresser, I think, had a classic line during that. He's like, why we always got to cross over? Well, they ain't never cross over to us. No, Eddie said that. Eddie said that.
Yeah, Eddie said it. Yeah. And then arguing on the stage and then ripping each other's sleeves off. I was like, this shit is crazy.
And then they made it an act. Yeah, like we just got to teach them how to use what they do and put it in the show.
That was dope. They took them outfits off and had on new flashy outfits. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the same outfit that Eddie had on when he tried to come back, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
So many great moments, man. I would love for us to interview Robert Townsend about this. Mr. Townsend, if you are watching, please,
you gotta tag him. Yeah, we'll tag him in these
Please,
clips,
please.
man.
Yes.
Listen,
Yes.
you a
We
legend,
would
sir.
love to interview you. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
how about when so they bring Flash in, but JT mad because he's stealing all the girls from him. And so he jump in and cut the man's solo off because he's tired of being in the background. Shit.
And they both singing to the same woman with the husband right there.
Yeah, oh yeah. And the husband like,
he just got up and left. You got right.
Man, listen, if you ain't seen this movie and you don't want to see it by now, man, there's something wrong with you. But yeah, man, the drama parts, the comedy parts, the music parts, like, come on, man.
It was perfectly balanced.
Perfect.
And it's a musical drama.
Yeah. I mean, so okay, what makes a musical versus not a musical? Because if you singing and dancing in the movie, doesn't that mean it's a musical? Or it's gotta be, or does it have to be just breaking out in random ass song when the shit don't fit?
It was a white musical that came out a couple years ago, and I was like, man, I can't even watch this.
Yeah, I don't like that kind of shit. Like when you're in the middle of a plot point, and then you just start singing, you just break out for no reason. Yeah, it takes me right out of it.
Like I used to like Mary Poppins, back in the day, but I was a kid, I don't want to see that now, So how many hollers would you give it?
Oh man, shoot. For that era, man, I'm gonna go ahead and at least a 4. At least 4. 4, yeah. 4, I think 4 hollers. 4 hollers is good. 4 hollers.
You're right, for that era, and I'm thinking just about the nostalgia, like how you felt when you first saw it. Do you think
the nostalgia makes me want to say 5, but it wasn't a 5, but yeah.
That's what I was just thinking. Like, how would it hold up, compared to today's movies? But we're not doing that. We're looking at it for what it is. And it's a flashback. So you give it a 4?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 for the writing, for the character development, for the character arcs. I think Robert Townsend did a great job tying up not only the character arcs but also the story arcs. Like we said, with Eddie's redemption arc, like that was
and I had thought about that too, but like a happy ending. We don't always get happy endings with our movies, and we got a happy ending. Duck
the 5 back together dancing.
They got back together. Their families was together. Duck and JT made up. Eddie got off that shit. He got back with his old lady. Choir boy went back to being choir boy, and they celebrated their success with family and just love and appreciation. And that's not something that we got always in that time period, especially when we had a lot of gangster films, hood films, and stuff like that. Somebody always fucking dying or something. We got happiness and joy in this film. So yeah.
And if you think about that time, like 91, you had quite a few gangster movies coming out. Like that was, Love John Singleton, but that's when Boys in the Hood came out. That's New Jack City, Straight Out of Brooklyn.
South Central was coming out around that time. I think Menace was 93. But we was in the gangster era period. So yeah, this was all right. And so it just wasn't at the time, there wasn't a movie about black groups like that from that era. I can't recall because we was still, like I say, we still was in that era of black singing groups. Had New Edition and stuff like that. You had a Jackson 5 movie, I think it was, or that hadn't come out yet, maybe. But yeah, this was really new and innovative for its time and a breath of fresh air. So yeah, man, salute to Mr. Townsend. The 5 Heartbeats, legendary.
Again, sir, if you are listening, we appreciate and love all the work that you have put out, and we would love the opportunity to interview you.
Yeah, I know he directed a lot of shows here and there now, but we need another Townsend movie. Holla at Keenan, y'all get the group back together and make some. We need it.
But not Meteor Man. We don't need media man.
You want to feel a media man, bro?
No. Give me a 5 heartbeats the next generation, something like that. Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. Well, that's our story. We sticking to it. Thank y'all for checking back in.
Holla, holla, holla. Holla, holla. Like and subscribe. Notifications.
There you go.
All that good stuff.
Yes, all that good shit. And one day we'll time it all right. Holla.
Peace out.